I never thought it would be this bad.
This is the Artichong Conference Center. In the compound, containers with the boxes containing the ballot papers of those who voted on March 2nd. The police have been put to guard the containers, but every night many take turns keeping watch also. They are representatives of political parties which contested the elections. Many were prepared for unexpected turns, but the events that unfolded from the second day after the elections still shocked many. Among them, Dr. Gerald Ford, a 40-year-old doctor who decided to throw his hat in the ring for these elections. Tell me something that stands out to you about that night that really shocked you.
Well, when the police came in to take us out of the building, that was very shocking, right? Because we had permission to stay there with some GCOM staff and the police, and then they came with guns to get us out of the building.
Please take your rubbish and leave.
Watch, when the people have come out of the place, people go, yeah, just walk them out. Just walk them out.
Can I get those lights?
Sorry, no, you need to exit. No, you need to exit. Just collect these stuff. You should have been doing that long ago. Bring the time for waste doing that long ago. I don't have time for waste, you stupid. No problem, sir. What?
Well, it was a type of surreal type of experience, right? You hear about these things in the past, about election irregularities and violence around elections time. And we saw it firsthand in the GCOM building, and after we left, the day after.
Voting on March 2nd was smooth, with no major hiccups, and then the vote count in all regions began. Again, a smooth process, except in Region 4. After just about half the votes were counted, the process that was being followed all along for the votes to be counted in the presence of party agents and observers was abandoned. A set of dramatic events then unfolded, including 2 declarations by the returning officer Claremont Mingo for District 4. Both declarations were widely dismissed as not being transparent and in breach of the law. The president and the opposition leader agreed to a national recount supervised by CARICOM, but that was blocked by a High Court injunction. And so, how the people of Guyana voted remains locked away in those containers.
This is the last hope for the truth of what went down on the 2nd of March. Right? What was in those ballots is the reflection of what the Guyanese people did on the day.
The actual guarding of the ballot boxes by citizens began the night of the elections, when the ballots were counted at each polling station and were then secured in containers.
We were doing that at Collington from the 2nd of March onwards. We were there like a vigilante group. Whole night we were there looking at it, having cameras, having drones and everything to do to take all the necessary precautions to make sure that our vote counted.
For Rabindranath Prasad and others, ensuring that the votes are accurately counted and in accordance with the law has now transcended narrow party lines.
An election was done, votes were casted, and whosoever won the election won it. But we have an interest to make sure that there is democracy. It is not about PPP, it's not about PNC. Now we have transcended that. We have transcended that. We are talking now about democracy, the right for everybody existing, living, growing, expanding. We want to make sure that everybody has a right to live freely in this country. And the only way we can do that is to make sure that there's a democratic process.
Well, I decided to dedicate my time and energy to ensure that the democratic process is followed, to ensure that the votes of all Guyanese are held with respect, and that whichever government goes into power next is one chosen democratically.
Staying up all night is no easy task, but many are supporting those who come to stand even on the outside. Many have offered food and drinks. There is light at strategic points and other support systems. And then there are those who commend them for doing a good job. A number of young persons are behind the effort to guard the ballot boxes.
See, politics affects us all, whether people want to believe it or not. And it especially affects those younger people who are now getting into life. You know, they're not sure what they want to do. Some are sure what they want to do. And politics affects every aspect of life. To how much money your family makes, to where you end up in life, your career path. It affects everything. And I realize that if the younger people don't step up, then who will for them?
For those on the inside, they passed the night gaffing about this and that, and you could well imagine the political discussions. At daybreak, others come out to do the same thing, to keep watch in their own unique way. So whether inside or outside, night or day, this mission is singular to ensure the integrity of the Guyanese vote of March 2nd.
We will not stop because this is the last, what you will say, the last train that we are clinging on to. And we will never stop this. Can't stop this. If we stop it, the nation now will suffer, and even the unborn will suffer.
We don't want the democratic process to be hijacked.
Do you regret doing this?
Oh, not,
Getting involved?
no. Not a single moment do I regret that, actually.
Reporting for the newsroom, Neil Marks.